Welcome back to another tutorial by me, Amazing Sound. Today we're going to be working on a very popular tutorial. As you see in the background here, we are going to be working on a raid farm. But it's not just any raid farm. It's going to be a raid farm, a trading hall, and once they fix the village mechanics, an iron farm all in one. So I've gotten it to work a little bit, except for the iron farm. The iron farm does work. It's very sporadic because the center of the village keeps changing. So I'm just going to jump over to the other one I have built, which you might be able to see from here. I forgot what direction it's in. That direction. We're going to jump over there and see one I've already built up here and take a look at it. So once we load in here, I'm right here, and this is the farm I've built up. So this is a raid farm right above the pillager outpost. We've got a bunch of villagers on the loose here. That's another issue with this. When they are unloaded and reloaded, they tend to get out of bed, even though they should be locked in bed and stay in bed. So if we set time to night, these guys should... What did I do? Oh, time set night. Talking and typing. Time set night. They should all run back to their beds and get back in beds. Once they're in beds, they should be locked in place, but, you know, I have the mechanics that hold them in place with all of the leaves that are around here. So leaves are, as everybody seems to know by now, I hope, Silentwisperer found out that leaves are one of the only blocks that pillagers cannot spawn on in the raids. The patrols can't spawn on either. So what we have here is just a simple water system, kind of like a regular mob farm, that flushes them into a 2x2 hole to a piston killer, Trident killer, I'm sorry. And that's it. On the outside here, we have 16 villagers on either side, and currently we don't have Hero of the Village. So no discounts, nothing like that. Discounts are the key. They save so many emeralds on these trades. I'm just going to give you an example here. We're just going to run this real quick. So this guy right here I have marked off. He was a power 5 for 25, which isn't horrible, but with Bad Omen, it's so much better. So I'm just going to kick off a raid here. My fingers are not working. And we'll take a look at this real quick, and I'll probably fast forward through most of this so you could see it. I want to turn on the Trident killer, otherwise we're not going far here. So I've got a little AFK box over here that allows you to get the XP right here, and the on-off switch for the Trident killer is here. So the Ravagers I have set here to get into that lava blade there so that you don't end up with the saddles. Saddles are just a pain in the butt to have. So this next wave should contain a Ravager here. There we go. So we'll get to see the Ravager piece in action here. He'll float over there, he'll get in the lava, and he will automatically float up in the lava. There he goes. And that'll allow the other mobs to continue to go down to the chamber, also while eliminating the saddle. You only get the saddle if it's killed by a player, so only if it falls in the Trident killer. So this eliminates all of that, so that you're not loaded up with saddles in your storage system. Alright, we now have Hero of the Village. So that villager we had over here that had his power 5 for 25 emeralds is now discounted down to 15 emeralds for the same book. So everything is cheaper. I haven't unlocked any of these guys or done anything with them, but getting emeralds from them is cheaper. It drops the paper trade, the cost of everything is dropped. And it works with every type of villager. It doesn't have to be just librarians like I have here. Because we're underneath glass and leaves, you can really put any block that you want under there. So you can have smithing tables, you know, full blocks. It doesn't have to be And there you go. XP comes streaming out there. So if you were to AFK, you just kind of stand here with your looting sword and get all of that great stuff. So all of the stuff is sent down from a dropper straight down here to the one collection point, one block. And then, of course, in here we have our standard killing chamber for the pillagers with the banners, the captains. So, and I just have an on-off switch right here for them, but we'll go over that with the tutorial. So let's head back over and we'll begin the tutorial. All right, so we're back over here at our pillager outpost. So to begin this, we need to mark out the block where they spawn. Every pillager outpost, and I've built a ton of these farms in testing, has always spawned 2 blocks over from the stairs, to the side of the stairs. That has always been the spawn block for me. So we want to mark that with a regular block. I like to use smooth stone here, just so you guys can do some counting there. So that is going to be our spawn block. We can get rid of the chest. We want to enclose this room, because these guys need a low light level in order to spawn. Yeah, I see a phantom, but you can't do anything to me. So we're just going to close this up real quick. We also have to find out which direction is the northwest, because all mobs will spawn in the northwest corner of a block, and that is how we're going to get them to fall into a 1x1 chamber. So let me just finish closing this in here, and we'll find the northwest. So we want to find out where the northwest corner of that block is. So you can use a locator map to figure that out, or you can use the sun rising and setting. The sun rises in the east, so you know that direction is west. So if that's west, then that's north. So we know our northwest is that direction there in the top left, which puts our corner right up here. So that is going to be our drop chute right there. So what we need to do now is get some glass, and we'll set this up quickly here. So we want this from this spawn spot, we want to surround the spawn spot and that drop chute. We're going to bring the drop chute up a couple of blocks here, just to about there. The spawn spot, right from the spawn spot, you want to leave that block of air, and you want to pop in just a block like that. And we're going to then slab out the floor in here, so nothing else can spawn in here, but yet we can have total darkness. So we just want to slab every area, bottom half slab them, so that nothing else can spawn in here. So then they'll spawn in the corner of this block, they'll glitch over into that hole right there, and then they'll be good. So I'm just going to, let's fill this in here and make this room completely dark. That now gives them the ability to spawn in there. So if we go down and inside and up the set of stairs here, where are we? So this is the room where they're going to fall. So we have our chamber here. So we're just going to bring this down just above floor height for now, so we know exactly where that is. And then on one edge down here, we're going to place another Trident killer. The Trident killer is going to kill these guys as soon as they fall down. So we want to break out 2 blocks like that, and we're going to put in a couple of hoppers here. And I'm not going to put this into a storage system because everybody does their storage systems different. So we're going to put some hoppers in quick. We also need sticky piston, piece of carpet, and of course our tridents. So we're going to put our sticky piston in over there. We're going to put our first hopper facing down, another hopper facing into that block with a piece of carpet on it. And then we're going to close up the rest of our chamber here. I like to make it solid just so that stuff doesn't glitch out. Before we do that though, from the front here, you can take your tridents, and you can usually put 2 or 3 of them in here. There we go. And then from back here, we need to set up our redstone for this. So we need a redstone torch. We need a repeater. And we need some dust. And we will need a lever as well, because we want to be able to turn this back off. There we go. So we're going to make a little V shape here. So we're going to put a block there, a block there, and a block there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our redstone dust on the ground there. We're going to put our redstone torch on the back here. And just a simple repeater there, and you can hear it starts blinking. We can also light up this area with torches, just so that nothing spawns in here either. It'll keep some of that update lag, the redstone update lag, from happening as well. So with that in place, we do want to be able to turn this system off. So let's go outside here. And if you go to, I prefer always to go to the west side. Sorry, losing track of my places for my ons and my offs, and we'll find a nice place here. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this to be able to turn off. So we're just going to run a quick line of blocks from over here. Put a repeater into the block there. And then just a bunch of redstone dust. So we run our piece over like that, and then on the outside here, we just put a nice little lever. We can put the lever and shut it off. Then we can close this back up the way it was before. And there we have it. We've got that shut off done. So this is our on off for our Trident killer. Now we can test this. If we flip this on, we have to look at the number for our spawning platform. So we're spawning at 79. We're going to go up from there. We want to go at least 24 blocks away from it. So it should be right around here. And we'll wait and see if we get the bad omen effect. And there we go. We got it. So we know that piece is working. Let me just get rid of that. So now that we know that that's working, we can turn this off, pop in our pieces here, and we're good to go. So the next step is actually building up. So you're going to need some scaffolding here. Let's grab some scaffolding. And I like to go right in this area right here and go up from there. That puts us on our walk up or climb up, access to that on and off button right there. And we're going to go up from the spawn platform, from where the pillagers spawn. So that would be this level right here, 79. We need to go up an additional 46 blocks from that spawn platform. So that should put us at about 125, I think, right? Yep. So let's go up to about 125. One too many. 125. So here we are. This is going to be the bottom of our entire system here. So on here, we're just going to build out a 6x6. What do we got? 2, 4, 5. It's not going to be symmetrical to that, so don't worry about that. So a 6x6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leaving the center 2 open. That's going to be our drop chute. And there we go. So our 6 by 6. Now in here, away from that ladder, we need to do a few other things here. We're going to use some hoppers, not shoppers. I'm going to take some hoppers and we're going to send them into the corner there. Put shift click them into each other there so they go. And then we're going to go out this way with it, and we are going to put in a dropper. That's going to, let's go this way, face out like that. And we'll finish up the hoppers leading right into that. Now it can go at any point. It can go off the side, it can go off the back. You just want to keep it out of this section right here, because back here is where we're going to have the pistons for the piston killing system. So on the front of this, we're going to put an upside down stair. And this is a trick, as far as I know, Silentwisperer showed it in his videos on his raid farm. To get all of the drops to go down to a single block, you just put a sideways stair on the face of it, and every drop will go directly below that. So I'm just going to drop that so I know where our collection point is down the bottom for later. So that is all of that done. We're going to now bring this up a total of 11 blocks. So we have one down already. We got to go up 10 more. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So come on, please, please. We're going to skip the 2 in the middle there, though, because we're going to do some piston work there in a second. Not quite high enough. Let me get this built up, and then I'll be back with you. All right, I didn't want to go too crazy here and build the entire thing up, because I wanted to put in everything we need for the rest of the systems, and for the collection system. So rails and hopper mine carts are going to be the basis of the collection. So what we want to do here is just make a nice little circle and another circle there, and we're going to take out the pieces here. We're going to use leaves. We're going to use a lot of leaves in this. Doesn't matter what kind of leaves they are, as long as they are leaves. So we're done with rails as far as I know. So we'll put 4 leaf blocks in here. So what needs to happen is we need to get hopper mine carts into those leaf blocks. Just like this. So place it down and nudge it in. Place it down, nudge it in. See, it's giving me a little trouble. Once it gets in, break those out, put your solid blocks on. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Sometimes they give you an issue going in, sometimes they don't. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. I don't know how that's going to work. Did we push out? No, we're good. So that worked out better than it usually does. So we get those in. So now that the leaves are in, we can put the pistons in. So the pistons, the sticky pistons, are going to go right here. And that's going to be the basis for all the killing there. So our redstone will go on the back here, so I'm just going to bring these 2 up. And then we'll fill those blocks in afterwards, once we get the redstone done. So the redstone is, I must have brought this up one too many. I don't know why. We'll count that again though. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I did say 11. I only did 9. So bring this up, the remaining 2 blocks here. I know we'll need blocks up here. And then we're going to, of course, as we will with every wall that we put up here, cover it in leaves. So there we go. That's the drop shoot killing chamber pretty much done. We have a few other things to do in here. We have to put a lava blade in, and we have to, I mean, we could throw our tridents at any time. 3 or 4 tridents in the left leaves, and 3 in the right, the ones against the pistons. Can never have too many. So with that set, we're going to work on our other channel here. So on our 5th block up, we're just going to knock these 2 out. And then we're going to go up a block here. And we're going to go out 7 blocks, including that one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to go up another block here. And this is going to be our water channel. We're going to go out 8 blocks, including that one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're just going to go up a little bit here. So this is going to be our waterway here. So we want to make sure that we enclose this. And we're going to do that right here. The solid row of blocks. There, and a solid row of blocks over here. And this is going to be the start of where our water streams come together. So from this block here, we want to go out 8 blocks in every direction. But we're not going to do the first 2 here. We're going to start in a little bit. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we don't really need those last 2 right there. Again, skip these last 2 here. We're going to go from here. We're actually going to come in 2 more here. Because what's going to happen is we're going to border this with a 2 block leaf. So our leaves are going to come right across here and come out 2 more there. And the reason we don't have leaves right here is because ravagers will break those leaves when they fall in here. They could break any leaf along that edge. So let's continue counting out here with leaves. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we can connect those. And then connect these. And then we could fill the rest in with our blocks. So let me fill those in and we'll be back. We want to make sure we fill in this block here as well. You can do it with glass, you can do it with solid blocks, you can really do it with whatever you want. I think on my first world, the first iteration of this, I did it in glass. But as long as it's there, that's what counts. So now that we have all of that in, we have to build the walls up around the outside. And as you can see, they are going to be 4 tall. So let's build up 4 tall walls with leaves all the way around the outside. And I'll be back with you once that's done. This is a very tedious process that doesn't need to be watched. All right, we got those walls built up, and I'm just going to put in a little bit of the water here and make sure all the water is going to flow the way we expect it to. And that way, if there's any modifications that are needed, we can make them right now rather than waiting until the entire farm's done. So put 2 buckets in there, they'll flow to there. And then if we put 2 buckets in there, they should flow. And what we're going to do is just inside here, we're going to put some buttons. So the buttons are going to help. They're going to stop the water, of course, but they're going to keep a high flow of water in here to push the mobs down. We're also going to put in here a lava blade. So we're going to put a pair of buttons in there, and 2 buttons up the side walls here. We're going to put some lava in there. That's going to be what stops the Ravagers. So at that point, right here is where we're going to continue up those blocks and cover up the leaves. So let's get the lava out, and we'll put our lava blade in real quick. That'll also help us soften up the golems when the golems come in as well. So we also should be putting in a bell. And I'm putting the bell in now because the bell is easier to put in when you're building this farm. That way the villagers will link to it faster. There's a lot of stuff that can happen with the centers of villages and logging off and on the game, and it could shift the center of the village easily, and hopefully they'll fix that in the upcoming update. So all I did is I went up 5 blocks, and I'm going to stick a bell underneath there. It's going to be off center, but the goal is that golems will be able to spawn within an 8-block radius. So all of these pads, all of these smooth stone blocks will be spawnable for the golems. So when we start putting the villagers in, the village center may shift to one side or another, and that's something that's really hard to get back to center. But I think if you start with the bell, you're going to have better luck doing that. So I need to get some more water in here, and we'll put in our side channels, and I also want to put buttons in, and I'll show you where to put the buttons in a second. Buttons help the mobs to walk off the platform, so they think it's a block they can walk on. And you can't put it in the area where the water is 1 high, but you can put it everywhere along here where it's 2 high. And that'll just give them the courage to take that leap into your lava blade or trident killer. So those are done. It's always a good idea to put them, I'm going to burn myself a little bit, maybe not right there as well. So that way at the end of this block they think there's another one there as well. So now that all of that is in place, that is the entire killing chamber done and a majority of the raid fart done. So let's do the redstone real quick. So on the back side here, we're going to bring this stone brick, or the smooth stone down, and we're going to put some, I'm going to get some redstone components here. So we're going to get some redstone dust. We have a repeater there. We have a redstone torch there. And we're going to get a lever as well, because we want to be able to turn this on and off. So I'm just going to put some dust on the back here. And we also want to get some dust around to our dropper. So our dropper is down here. So we'll see, let's see what we can do. We'll bring it around the outside because we can always cover it with leaves. Let's see if that's, let's put a block back there. And I'm just going to put a torch here. And then we'll just put a nice little row of blocks here. That we can put some redstone components on here. I like to cover my redstone components in the grass blocks just so that nothing will spawn in there. So one of the nice things with scaffolding is you can place redstone on scaffolding. So we're going to step up here to this space. And there we go. So I can put leaves here and it'll let the redstone continue there. put leaves above the redstone dust there, and we're going to fill this in with blocks. So now we just have to put in the actual mechanics for turning this on and off. So with that being our redstone dust, if I put a block here, a block here, and a block here, if I remember I'm doing this correctly, I can put a redstone torch here and a repeater here, and we have a working killing system. So at this stage I'm just going to put some leaf blocks, like I said, over all of that stuff there, just to be safe. I've never had anything spawn on this stuff, but I'd rather be safe. And that is the end of that. What we're going to do over here is on this block right here, bring that up one, we'll put our lever on, and that's our on-off. So from where our pistons are, let's see if I can figure that out. So this is hopper, hopper minecart, piston level. So this, we'll double check, we'll go up one higher. Yep, this is piston level here. So what I like to do over here is put in a few slabs right here, not full blocks, slabs, and this becomes our AFK platform right here. Let's bring this up. And I'm going to bring this out a little bit just so we have a little walking platform, just a one wide walking platform there. I'm probably a little extended on what you should be using for the amount of leaf blocks, but sometimes I'd rather be safe than sorry. Just put one here at the upper block height. So that nothing can get to you. You can put a solid block in at these heights here, just so that when you're standing there, none of the phantoms will appear. And again, just cover all of this in leaves. The more leaves, the merrier. That way nothing will spawn there. So now you have a nice little AFK platform here. So you can come in here, you can turn on, walk in here, and stand here and get all that lovely XP that comes out of there. So now we'll go up and do the trading hall piece of it. I know this is what everybody's been waiting for. So we're going to go up here. Come on. And we're going to start on that piece. So we're going to bring our scaffolding up to here. And then we're going to build some platforms. Before we build those platforms though, I just want to test and make sure that the dropper is functioning. Yep, okay, I can hear it. So as you see, if I put some items in here, a little bit of lag there. Come on, let me in. Thank you. If I put some bells in there, they will drop straight down. Every single one of them will drop straight down. So that'll eventually run out. And as long as your Trident unit is running, it will work. So from here, from the one block, so you have, this is the base layer where all the water is behind this block here. Right here, we're going to build out 4 blocks of leaves. And we're going to do this on both sides, just like this. I'll build the one side here with you, and then I'll just build the other one. And we'll come back to that afterwards. Because this is getting to the point where the tedious part happens. So with that there, you now want to put up 2 rows of your blocks. Any solid block will do. This is going to be the level where our beds go. And then above that, in the back, you want to add some glass. At 2 heights. We're going to add glass there, we're going to add glass there, and we're going to add glass here. Just for the locations where the beds are going to go. So we're going to skip the end too because we have to cap the end so the villagers don't get out when they're not supposed to, even though they will on occasion. So that is essentially the framework for where the beds are going to go. I'm not going to start putting the beds in yet because it's easier to do those with the villagers. So we can put in some glowstone or sea lanterns or any block like that. I like to put them on the ends here just to brighten the place up. Not that any of these blocks are spawnable. I mean, these are right now, but. And then on top of that, both rows of this, we are going to put leaves. So I put a row out here along the side, and what that does is that keeps us and the villagers from falling over the edge here. So as we're in here and running around, we can do whatever we need to. So to get this back, we want to bring the same kind of thing over. We're just going to make a path, go right around the corner here. I can turn this off so that the noise stops. Sorry about that. And then we're going to bring it out this way. Same thing. And then we're going to come right around here. Just like that. And we will get some more scaffolding so that we can come straight up. So we're also going to do the same thing I did before with that set of leaves. And we're just going to mimic that all the way around the outside here, just so that as we're up here, we don't fall. And that is this side built and completed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to block off this so we don't have any villagers that run away. And you'll have to find a way to get your villagers up here. Bubble columns, scaffolding and boats and leads. I mean, there's a million different ways to do it. But you're going to want to get your villagers up here one at a time. You don't want to do them in mass because it's going to make the next part really, really hard. So we're going to spawn in a villager here. And of course, it's the one villager I don't want. Nitwits are worthless. So we're going to spawn in a villager here. I want to see if he will link to that bell at all. He may not until he has a bed. So let's give him a bed. And he should link to the bed. And you should do this at nighttime because he will immediately get in bed. And then you're going to want whatever workstation you want. So if you want him to be a librarian, you want to get a lectern. So he's now in bed. Set the lectern down. He will change into a librarian. It's not a problem if he gets out. Check his trade. Efficiency 5 is not bad for a first. 60 emeralds is expensive, but you know, we could live with it for now. So if you like his trade, you can just trade with him. That will lock his trade. And if you don't like it, break the workstation. He goes back. You can put him up there and find out what he's become. He's now become something that doesn't have a book. So you can swap him out as many times as you want. This is the tedious. Blast protection for 11. You just keep swapping out his enchantments until you find what you want. Multi-shot, not that great. I'm not going to go through this completely. I just want to get something decent. Maybe mending, not a bookcase. And we're going to go through this one at a time until all of the villagers are what you want. He's not good. Swap him out. Bane of Arthropods 5 for 22. There you go. It's a horrible enchantment, but it's a good price. So we're just going to get some paper. And we're going to lock his trade up. So now he will not change professions. Can you go back to bed, please? Come on. Your bed's over here. So then we're going to just go about this the next one. We're going to set down the next bed. I'm going to spawn the next villager. I prefer not babies. They're pains in the butts. Come here. Thank you. Because they won't take a profession, and then you have to wait until they take a profession before you can give the next guy a profession. So now that he's in, I can make him whatever I want. If I wanted a... let's give him the grindstone. So I want him to be this guy. Grindstones you really don't have to roll because they all start with the same, you know, axe and stuff like that. The only ones you really are going to roll are your librarians. So you just kind of follow this pattern all the way through, and when we're done, we're going to actually break the blocks that are under their bed. This helps it so they don't get out of bed like that all the time, and makes things much easier. Come on, did I just spawn a guy down below? I don't know. There we go. Okay, get in bed. Just going to make you a librarian. I just did that with the villager egg, which was bad. So you're now a librarian. And you just go along the same route. Place a bed. Bring your villager up here. Let him get in bed. Roll his trades. And that's really how it has to be done. So I'm going to get through and get a whole bunch of villagers in here, and then I'll be back with you. Alright, now that I got all these guys in bed, I just wanted to do a few more things here. I wanted to put in another row of glass here. Sometimes these guys can sneak out the front, so you want to put in another row of glass, and you want to put in another row of leaves on top of the glass. Nice and simple. Just a little added protection here. Also, take your time on this. You want to make sure you re-roll each of your villagers that you want to choose and lock their profession so they can't change on you. Because if you forget to lock their profession and you break their workstation to move it up in survival, then they're going to change their profession or their trades. So lock them by buying from them before you move their lectern up. So that is it for this side of the farm here. I'm going to now go repeat everything on the other side here, and I'll be back with you once we're done. Alright, so we've gotten all of our villagers in place here, and now we can take down our little temporary blocks there, come around here, take out our temporary blocks here. And we now have everybody here laying in bed and ready to go. Even our one non-librarian. So that is this entire farm done. We can now test it. So if we go down here, definitely want to make sure you light up everything here. Zombie villagers, all kinds of stuff down here. Let's turn on our... You can hear them starting to die there. Let's see if we get our bad omen. There we go. There's our bad omen. Let's turn on our Trident killer. Sorry, kitties. And we'll go up top and watch the spawn as they spawn. There they go. They spawn. They fall in the chamber. We've seen this already once today, but this is the system that I just built up. The only piece that I don't have on here are the boats. So the boats are needed for when this becomes a full Iron Golem farm. Because when the not illagers. What are they? They're the evokers. Are spawned in at the same time as an iron golem. They will use vexes to try and defeat the golem. With that being the case, it's just a safety precaution to put boats on top of the villagers to be able to catch the vexes and kill them, because in Bedrock there is no despawning for vexes. It just doesn't happen. It's not in the code. Hopefully they'll fix that. And again, hopefully they'll fix the village center being the bell rather than a specific bed. I know right now everything's centered around beds, but I think if there's a bell within a radius and villagers are linked to it, it should become the village center. And there we have it, Hero of the Village. So now let's check out our one villager that we had over here that was locked in. Was it this guy here? Look at that. It went from Bane of Arthropods 2, went from 22 emeralds to 13 emeralds. I think that's a great discount, and that'll definitely help out with the emerald spending. Alright, so just another little note to this system is this system can be added to any existing raid farm. If you have a raid farm you've already built in your world and you want to just add a trading hall to it, it's as simple as adding the pieces I did at the end with the leaves, the 4 blocks of leaves and the glass and the beds and the blocks and the workstations and everything else. That can go on the outside of any of these raid farms that exist, whether you've built Silent Whisperers or DBs or anything like that. As long as you have some kind of walls around like this, or you protect the villagers with the grass or the leaf blocks, then you can add this to any system. Just be careful, because spending all that time getting those villagers done, the wrong placement of one block where a pillager spawns inside of your trading hall could be the end of all your perfect villagers. So while I was doing this, my son was playing here and he built a secret room, and I told him that I would show on camera his secret room. So he is with me now. It is DrewMac13, and we are going to go through, he's going to walk us through what he built here. So, what do you want to show us, buddy?
First, the kitchen.
The kitchen. All right. So I have to go down here. What do I have to do once I get down here?
Push the button and then
there's a button.
Right. No, go over there. Go over there.
This way?
No, the other way.
Other way. This way.
You see that thing?
Oh, right here.
In that hole.
Then you're gonna want. Oh, that's a nice little hidden button. You can almost not even see it in there.
I know.
So when I push this button, I know it was this way somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I just made it. Okay. Whew, I just made it in. All right, so which way is the kitchen?
Okay, go through that thing.
Right through here?
Yes.
Okay.
Go down the
down the ladder?
Go down there.
This way?
No, down the stairs.
Oh, down the stairs. Okay, down the stairs.
And then go through there.
This must be the kitchen. Look at this. Barrels, smokers,
the barrels
blast furnaces.
For the cabinets.
Oh, that's the cabinets and the ovens and all kinds of stuff. And what's in here? Lots of fun stuff?
Lots of smelting stuff.
Lots of stuff to smelt. Got it. That way we can cook up all this nice, tasty beef. All right, where to next?
Okay, go back out.
Go back out this way?
Yes.
And turn, or go up the stairs, or where am I going?
Turn the other way from
this way?
The stairs, yes.
And go in here?
Yeah.
And what room is this?
That's the dimension room.
This is the dimension room, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. We can go to the end, or we can go to the nether, all in one room.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Now where am I going?
Go back up the stairs.
Up the stairs. Let me just shut this door. I don't like to leave drafts going on.
And if you flick the lever there, the dispenser shoots lots of armor, a sword, a trident, and ender pearls.
It tried hitting me with a trident.
You still pick it up and look in your inventory.
Hey, I'm in full diamond armor. That's pretty cool.
And then you just have to put it back in.
Okay, I'll make sure I put it back in. We'll put all this back in here. So it's for you. Got it. That's pretty cool. Now where to?
Up the ladder.
Up the ladder. Okay.
Okay, turn the other way.
Turn the other
Try
way.
to make that jump.
Oh, make the jump. Parkour. I'm not good at parkour. There we go. Whew, I made it.
And then do the like scroll click thing.
Scroll click on what?
The stone.
On the stone,
stone.
like that?
Yeah. And then grab the pickaxe.
Grab the pickaxe.
Break the other.
Which one?
Both of them.
Both of them.
Look in the chest.
What's... Oh my goodness. That's a lot of diamonds.
Put it back. Put the pickaxe back in. And I'll go back down.
You go back down? Okay. Back
No,
down.
not down the ladder.
Oh, not down
Just
the ladder.
down
I'm
the...
sorry. Down the hallway. Okay. Yep.
Okay, go up those
Up the
spiral
stairs. Spiral stairs. Cool spiral stairs. I'm getting dizzy though. Oh.
You just have to make all the stairs.
Oh, beds.
Those are my that's my bedroom. That's my little my bush, and those are my iron golems.
It's your bush and your iron golems. Those are your friends, huh?
Yes.
Is he saying hi, Drew Mac 13?
Yes.
That's pretty cute.
And
All right. Is there anything else you want to show me in here in your super secret base?
No.
That's pretty awesome. You did a good job. I don't even know how to get out of here.
Oh yeah.
There it goes.
Just
And
walk
we're out. What do we have up here?
That's my bedroom. That's on land.
Oh, this is the bedroom.
There's just no entrance.
Did you have some drowned trying to get to you in there?
No, I
Throwing
just
some
threw
tridents?
some. I
Okay.
just threw some tridents.
Pretty cool, buddy. All right.
I think there is another way to get to my secret base.
There is.
You see that? Start
tower?
flying.
Start flying to the tower.
No. Start flying over there where that thing is. Shift down to where there's like stone brick looking thing. Start flying, shift down. You should see some stone bricks somewhere down there. Wait, no, it's bedrock. 2 layers of bedrock.
2 layers of bedrock. Right here. Oh, they're there.
Yeah.
This how you
Break
get in?
those.
What? That's super secret. But if I don't, what happens?
You just fall to your death in the void.
Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh no!
And you
Just
die.
kidding. I caught myself at 1. That was pretty close. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial. Any questions, you can hit me up in the comments. Give me a like. Hopefully this has helped you out, and it's very profitable for you. So on that note, enjoy. Please check out my series on berrycraft. We have a Discord. It'll be down in the description below. All the other berries that are on the server as well. We'll be adding a few more this week. And support the channel. Give me a subscribe, a like, anything like that. And have an amazing day.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that like button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!